Also, new details tonight on the rent crisis. The average rent in Orange County is now $1,700 a month. That is, if you can find a place in the first place. County commissioners who want to limit how much landlords can hike rents will now have to fight a 45-year-old state law to do it. Fox 35's Dave Puglisi has been talking to some frustrated renters and the people who want to help them out. And he joins us live with more on this. So, Dave, there may not be much the government can do about these skyrocketing rent prices.
John, no, and it could take months to do it, and a lot of it has to do with that 1977 law that has now got lawmakers' hands tied.
There's no reason that I can't afford a home.
Natalie Armstrong Moorhead works at a local hospital. Her rent was raised over $200 a month, and like many others, is struggling to keep a roof over her head.
And these are, let me be very clear, families. Sometimes there's a mother, a father, a child, a dog, a pet, and they are homeless living in the woods.
Their stories are not unusual, as Orange County commissioners shared stories from their constituents about rents going up $300, $400, or $500 a month.
Year-over-year apartment rent increases in Orange County alone are nearing 30% for the last 5 months.
Commissioner Emily Bonilla presented what she is calling a housing emergency to the board. She believes the commission should implement a rent increase cap at 5%. Other commissioners agree that something needs to be done.
Because we're never going to make a real change. We're just going to create continual generational poverty, generational low expectation, until we do something that really steps out of the norm.
Local governments have few options for keeping rent increases in line. A 1977 state law prohibits them from any kind of rent control on housing that goes over $1,200 a month by today's standards. In 1977, lawmakers considered properties at least for that much luxurious. A local representative believes any ordinance will likely lead to lawsuits.
So I do think the statute is outdated, and no one has ever tried to challenge that language.
Now, Eskamani and others tried to bring up some legislation to combat this during the last legislative session, but unfortunately, none of that was ever heard. Right now in Orange County, the average rent is $1,700 a month. Orange County is now going to be looking into some of this and try to draft an ordinance for a public hearing on June 7th. In Orlando, Dave Puglisi, Fox 35 News.